Dylan says, what's your opinion on CTR manipulation? Do you use it yourself? Not nearly as much as I used to for just straight up CTR manipulation, because I found that it's becoming less effective just because Google is getting better at identifying validated traffic versus non-validated traffic. Validated traffic is traffic from Google, known Google users, or verifiable real people, which is why I recommend using Google Ads, display ads, or YouTube ads for generating CTR signals, because that's validated traffic. You're literally buying traffic from Google users. It works much better. Or if you have an advanced kind of CTR app, like what we do with Local Fury, which is to build profiles that are assigned to Android apps Android phones, Android operating systems, that mimic as if they're real people and all of that. That's very difficult to manage. It's been incredibly challenging, but that is a heavier weighted kind of traffic signal, a more validated traffic signal than just some random bots. CTR manipulation with just random bot traffic can still work, but I found it as becoming less and less effective in my own testing. I still use it a lot. I use SERP Empire for that, by the way, just branded search and clicks, and then keyword search and clicks, both in organic and maps. I use SERP Empire for that, but if I'm going to be doing some targeted, like most of the companies I work for I do SEO for my own local SEO agency, are service area businesses. So we don't get driving signals anyways for those. And so I wouldn't apply something like Local Fury to those, just because I found that the driving signals is one of the biggest kind of results, or one of the things that influences results from CTR manipulation is the driving signal. That's one of the best signals. And so for service area business, it doesn't make sense to do that. It would be an unnatural signal. So I don't like to do that. So I use SERP Empire for a lot of that stuff, which integrates with Search Console. And I just do it because it's another piece of the overall ranking pie, so to speak. It's another slice of the overall ranking pie. So I like to add that in there. But if I'm doing a storefront business, if I'm doing SEO work for a storefront business, then absolutely setting up CTR, but preferably with validated traffic signals and driving, or again, Local Fury is good for that, really good for that, then that's something that will work very well, if that makes sense. There are certainly CTR apps that, the problem I don't like with most CTR apps, guys, is unless they have an algorithm that kind of determines the volume of signals and all of that, based upon which SERP Empire does. It's not fantastic. It works. Like I said, it's just a sliver of the overall ranking pie. So I do add that to a lot. But where I see the most CTR apps are, the problem with a lot of them is they're either too aggressive, or they leave it up to you to determine what the appropriate recipe is of signals, keywords, brand search, brand signals, all of that. And most SEOs way overdo it. I mean, literally, and most SEOs way overdo it. And that sends an unnatural signal that can flag that location for Google to ignore real organic signals. And so what I always recommend with CTR is that you go incredibly conservative and you focus almost exclusively on branded searches first, excuse me. And that's kind of what we do at Local Fury. We're real careful about that for a longer term strategy.